All right, S&P. Just playing ping pong between these two zones.
Wild looking chart.
What was that?
Oh, I said it's a wild looking chart.
Oh, yeah. Um,
It
hmm.
almost looks like that one that resets, then it goes from down, and then back up, and down, and back. It's like what?
Yeah, so there's been sellers here. And I mean anything above this aggressively sold. Same thing again. We know the excuses that followed. And then same thing, hit that zone and sold off. But honestly, it looks like let's say Goldman Sachs. I do think somebody was exiting the position or their bigger position, right? I always just use Goldman Sachs as an example just because it's a popular name. But it kind of looks like maybe they wanted to sell 3 million contracts, 3 million shares of SPY, whatever it was. They're using the algos to get out rather aggressively. And so it's filling. Kind of looks like we might be finishing up that sell order, which isn't to be fooled. Well, I wouldn't be fooled when we start to break above. I do think we'll probably get to all-time highs before we crash again. I don't think this is it, but I think that's what's going to confuse people. Is they're going to see this, and the market has the memory of a goldfish or a thumbtack. When as soon as we hit all-time highs, everyone's going to think, "Oh, they're going to forget all about this," and then it's going to come roaring right back. Uh, so at that the CFA event. It was just something I was helping out with. Even some of the college professors, they didn't want to agree with me on a crash. It was their wording was funny. They certainly think we're exposed to a lot of risk. So it's kind of everybody on every level is I think feeling it. Let's see who that. Kimball Musk, serving as a director at Tesla, sold a total of 75,000 shares of Tesla common stock on February 6th. Were executed at an average weight of
Ah,
367. Oh man, not bad. Mm, I don't know. I'm trying to keep everyone's thoughts out of my head because what concerns me is when all the other YouTubers are talking about going short, given their accuracy and kind of just how things usually play out when the public starts talking about it. Everything to me is still on board. Maybe this is just, a blind, was it a blind, oh, broken clock is right twice a day. Maybe this is just one of those times where they happen to be right. But knowing that, I will say it's no secret. Banks have algos that monitor chats. There's a lot of things that go on, uh, but that's where games can be played. Because especially right when people think something, it's almost like when the most obvious Head and Shoulders pops up, it's probably not about to pan out because if somebody wants the low hanging fruit, it'd be super easy just to mess with that order and get people thinking something different. So I would be careful of that. Nothing happened as far as expected moves go. I'm short the Nasdaq. I'm going to try to stay short overnight. I want to try to stay in it. So I went short pretty close to the top. Uh, it sucks. I wouldn't recommend doing this. It's just one NQ contract, but my stop, it was right here at the high of the day. I moved it up here just to give it room for overnight. I wanted to be well above. I even thought about putting it at all-time highs just so I don't get tagged out. Uh,
So
I
you
want
think
to just what go ahead.
so you think it's going to come down. It's not going to pull. What it's been pulling lately is opening up, making, dropping, and then you wake up in the morning and there's a big wick on the bottom and you just rally on up.
I'm hoping not. Hoping we reject right here. And so even though I know it kind of looks like we're exhausting all the sellers, I still think we have one more go to at least this zone. I would like it to go even past it. But it looks like right here, this is that same line kind of on the S&P. We could almost, this probably should be a yellow zone, but you could still see those same sellers. But the buyers are kind of picking it up, or the sellers just aren't, they're not carrying it as much. But I think we'll at least get down to here. I just want to avoid tagging out. At the same time, what I don't want is to not have a stop and they announce world peace, and then it goes up to oblivion. So by doing that, I have a stop that realistically shouldn't hit unless something like that does happen.
I don't think you need to worry about that, Don.
Yeah.
It's the second you don't is when it happens. If I say yeah, you're right, and I delete that stop, Trump's gonna bring back Biden and say you did a great job, world peace. Gonna shake Obama's hand overnight, and we're just gonna come up
Yeah.
with a new world order, something ridiculous.
Well, on the real contract, we're going to come down to about 21,770, but I don't know if we're going to go what we're going to do past there.
Yeah,
But that's a different number on there. So it's going to come down, let me see, 50 points from where we're sitting right now. So I know it'll do that overnight, but I don't know about going up. I know that they said that 70% of the movement today in NQ futures was done outside of normal market hours because
yeah,
of from last night on up. So
yeah. It's a lot easier to mess with the book at that point too. So you're short now too?
sorry, I muted myself. No, I'm not in the. I'm waiting for that 21,770 alarm to go off to go long. So that's just me.
Oh, okay.
I put an alert in, but yeah, I think we're going to eventually go short. So
Oh, I do want to say the other day I told Monsoon to listen to me when I talk. And I want to say that sounded very mean, even as I said that. But that was just because I did not know I didn't have the right words. What I'd meant to say was pay attention to my words because, and this is for everybody. Trading versus investing is two very different things. We're on the topic of should I have a stop in place and all that. But yeah, I said listen to me when I talk, not like listen to my words or like how I'm using them. So I did want to say sorry about that.
oh, no worries. I'm trying to copy your zones, like your blue and yellow zones on the actual future chart, pretty close because
Mhm.
that's what I just paid for the data for trading you. It's like $750 a month for
Yeah,
the futures data. So I got that on there. But yeah, your blue zone worked well today. Um, and it's just time to kind of short, should have paid attention to a little bit more on that on the shorter time frame. Time to
yeah,
short it. All my indicators said to go short. See, I agree with the short. I think we're gonna hit that blue zone one more time. I think we'll come down 50 points, go back and hit it, and then it's gonna be decision time because we've already hit it. I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3 times. This is the third time. So he likes to do something after 2 or 3 times. So I
yeah.
agree. We'll probably end up short, but I want to see hit that blue zone one more time.
What I'm actually on the lookout for is a higher low right here. Like, are we stepping it up from like right here to this zone to this zone to this zone? Like, are we stepping up the higher lows and then decision time, or what are we doing? But we certainly are largely horizontal, but it's like the meat of it is horizontal, and then you got these little fatty edges over here, and we're trimming the fat, and we're getting down to brass tacks. I would
So
say.
we're close. If we go 75, I was trying to zoom in. If we go 75 points down under
Mm,
NAS 100 USD chart, does that put you in that zone?
hang on,
If we go about 75 points down, we'll have that hit that yellow zone down there.
2650. It'd put us just shy of it.
Okay. All right, go ahead, because I think that's where we're going to go. We'll see.
Nice.
I did want to
Before-
mention that old boy posted the copy and paste sticker in the mentorship chat. Everything from IWM to Microsoft is wrong. From NVIDIA down is correct. So if you
Okay.
just copied and pasted it, it's half right, half wrong. Just throwing that out there.
How did you find that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Because I have your zones. I don't know. Because I was comparing it with your EMs for the week.
Oh, okay.
And I went through, started correcting them, and then when I got down to Microsoft, that was the last one that was incorrect. Everything else was correct.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Who dad says Cody should apologize to me for all the hurtful things he says. Where's your mic? Oh, Cody left this self muted. He doesn't even. Oh man.
Now's your chance, Cody. Let's hear it.
Wait, go back to the QQQ chart. I haven't updated my charts. I need to do that. Do you have a wedge going on there, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean,
Those expected moves aren't right, are they, for the week? They
yeah, they
can't
are.
be. So we're almost to the top already.
Kind of.
Halfway to the top between the beginning of the week and the top. Okay.
Yeah.
I just hope you're right about March. I told my mother-in-law that has a financial advisor. She's like, I'm not listening to you. I'm like, okay. Oh man, I would love it.
uh, that's funny. I do like it when I'm right. When people say like, "Oh, I'm not listening to that," I'm like, "All right." Kind of how I feel about AI though. The robots need to take over soon, or I'm gonna look like a futurist.
Oh,
Oh, but
wait a
you're
second.
right.
Is tomorrow going to be just a dead day in the futures for QQQ because, well, it's SPY 2? Because what do we got going Wednesday? What's the announcement Wednesday? No, wait. Fed Powell starts talking tomorrow, doesn't he? Or is that Wednesday?
That I mean,
I think Fed Powell starts Wednesday, so I think we're going to be dead tomorrow.
I thought Powell was speaking tomorrow and Wednesday, guys.
Is it tomorrow and Wednesday? I know it's 2 days. I don't know if it's Wednesday or Thursday or tomorrow or Wednesday.
I usually have my window up. Give me one.
If not, it's
Yeah,
going to be fireworks. It is tomorrow. It's tomorrow and Wednesday.
Powell testimony. Yeah. So we got a couple of Feds. And then CPI. So we got some letters.
I think we'll be kind of like low movement until he starts speaking, and then the fireworks will kick off.
So that's 30 minutes after open.
Of course.
Oh, Lisa, did you have something to say? Our mic's still muted, huh?
No.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
fine.
So we got some. So it looks like we actually have some movement this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll have Powell, some events, and then PPI and core PPI on Thursday.
Powell's talking twice this week.
Yeah, yeah, he's gonna be a talker.
This is the one where he sits in front of Congress and Congress drills him with all those stupid questions just to make it look good for their constituents, right? That's what I thought. Okay. This is the.
Hang on, I do have to
I
let my
remember.
dog
I
out.
remember last year. Do you know you're going to cause a bunch of unemployment with what you're doing? I remember someone saying that like